Hello there and welcome to another MineCraft 951 3D pixel art tutorial, and today we will be making this cool model of Cooper. Right, and let's get starting to build this. So what we can do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's roughly going to be his foot, so each one you want to put that, and that'll be like his claws to his actual foot. So then what we can do, as long as you follow me here, you should be fine. I'm going to try to do this as quick as possible because it's going to be quite a long tutorial, I would thought. So what we can do, put a block there, then from here we'll bring this up to, we'll just do it quickly as possible so we can get this done. So as long as you follow me, you should be fine. Right, so you should end up with something that looks like that for now. So this is just, I'm just building up his legs slowly. As long as you follow me, you should have no problems with this. Oh, I hope you've enjoyed the content that's been coming out of my channel recently. I've tried new things for you guys, hoping you like them. Right, so the diagonal here, then come back, do like a L shape on the floor. Fill this block in here, taking out that one, and then for this one you bring it up, so it'll end up like that for the back. Then for the other back of the leg, you can bring it down to here, and then that'll meet up to the front. And that's all you will see from the bottom. Right, we'll quickly go to bed. I didn't realise how late it was, and we'll continue this build in the morning. Right, so this is how far we've got so far with the leg. So what we can do is then come to here, fill in a block here, and then this one will be filled in here. And then what you can do is get your light coloured block, and this is going to be for like his belly and the majority of his face. So you can bring that out, so that's there, right next to that. Then the next one would be here, and this would come out 1, 2, 3. So it sticks out like that. Same with this next one, 3, so it finishes one shorter. Should end up with something that looks like that for now. In fact, we could take that one off, bring it round so it comes to the front, do a row 2 here, fill that in, and what we're trying to do is work our way to the other leg. So from there we want one sticking out, and you're just basically copying what you've done on the other side for now. So you want a little L, so it'll look like that, and then obviously from here is here even will be the start of the foot, like what you've done with the other side. It's going to be exactly the same, so you can just run it back to here. Obviously you want this sort of pattern, but you want it the other way around. So here, and then you want your 2x2 square at the top. You can see it's starting to take shape. So we're one diagonal here, one on this block here, and then from sorry, my voice has gone a bit funny again. 1, 2, 3, and then bring it in one here. Then this bit you'll fill in. Do your 2x1, and then 2 lots of 4. In fact, we'll do it 2 lots of 3, and then this bit will go in and then out like that. and then you'll have 2 here like that. Then we can come down, this bit will have another one, and this bit will be filled in across, where you can then add the toenails. Get out of the way, chicken, we need to add some toenails. There we go, there's his claws. Then fill in that bit there. That bit can go back. Bring it all forward one more actually, so it sticks out one. So we'll end up with something that looks like that for now. And that bit can filled in. And there we go. That is basically both of his feet done. So then what we can do is get your skin colour out again. We want a 2x2 square off the front here, like that. And then what you can then do is come to the side here, do 2 up and 2 up. Like that. So he's starting to take shape, he's coming together nicely. So then what we can do from here is one coming out. Maybe sticks out a little bit more. So we'll do it that, so it comes out and a little bit extra. Then that can come out to here and sit round the leg like that. That's better. So as long as you follow me, you shouldn't have no problem building this. So come to this block, you want it to come up and sit round like that. So as you can see, he's starting to take shape. That's his big old belly. He's got a nice big belly on this. So what we can do is we'll come around to the back and start building the rest. So all this will be filled in, so you can fill this in with your skin colour, roughly to about 1 over the back here. So you'll end up with something like that. Then we can bring this bit out a row, and then what we can do is bring it so it sits like this. Looks pretty good. So now what we can do, this will be the starter of our shell. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4, a row of 4. Bring it up both sides. Then we want another row 2 this way, and the same with this one. So we're going to just roughly do a rough shape as a shell for now. So then we can bring it up here and here. What we can then do is get your green, row 2, 2, 2, and then this middle one you want sticking out. You'll end up with something that looks like that for now. And then this will be a 2x2 square with like your skin colours again. And then what you want to do is like a little arrow, so it does this sort of shape on the back. This is a quick design for his actual shell on the back here. So we'll do a little square, so bring it up 1, 2 here and 1, 2 here. In the middle you'll fill in with this colour again, and then end up with 2 on the top, like so. So then what we can then do is come around to this white, bring it up to here, and then do a 2x2 square, and then up and around the side here, so it joins to there. You do the exact same with this side. So you bring it up 2x2 square, then up and around here. As you can see, his shell is starting to take shape. We can then bring it up and join it at the top here, so it all fits in nicely. See, he's starting to take shape and he's looking pretty decent if you ask me. So then what we can do is come to these blocks here, and what you want to do is have one sticking out here and one sticking out here with one at the top. Right, so where we was here. We'll just do this again, so we'll end up like, these are going to be almost like his spikes. So as you can see, it'll sit like that. That looks pretty decent. Right, what we can then do is come to the back of here, do a row of green, so it runs from one spike to the other at the back like that. Do the exact same again, and we're slowly bringing it up to the back of his head, this shell here. We'll build it in a bit more together once we get the shape of it. So roughly to about there we want it. And then on the top of this bit here, find the two center blocks, fill them in, and then what you want is some orange, so we want it to stick out to here. And this is going to be his hair, I do believe, or something along the lines of his hair. So what we can do then, bring this out, bring it all the way across to the next one, and then bring up the two in the middle. You want to make this too thick, so you want to do this again like that. And then the next one, you do the exact same pattern, but not too long. So you'll just do it, so as long as you follow me, you should be fine. Just do it like that for now. So I'll come to the back, that's what you should see. Then what you can do here is fill in that one there, in fact. Yeah, fill in that one there, make this one stick out an extra one. Then what you can do is from this side one here, do like a little zigzag pattern so it brings it out like that, and the same with this side. So you'll end up with something that looks like that. Then you come to the top and you just fill in this so it all joins up nicely with two sticking out at the front. And then what we can do is we'll do the front quickly before we go to bed. So what we can do is come down here, do two sticking out here, same with this side, two sticking out here, joining it up in the middle and sticking out the two middle blocks like so. So you should end up with something that looks very similar to that. Then what we can do is come down here, 1, 2. So we want two diagonals and fill them in with two. We'll quickly go to bed and complete the rest of this build in the morning. Right, and we are back. So as I said before, we've done the old two coming down like this, and then what we can do is get orange from these bits here. You bring it out one, and then from the side you want to bring it out so it sits back here like that. And these are just going to be his eyebrows, nice sort of orange eyebrows for this model. Fill in these ones here with green, like that. So you'll end up with something like that for the top. We can then bring this back actually, because this will all join. So then what we can do from there is find this block here, and we'll put red now for his eyes, but we'll probably change them up in a little bit. So then we go back to the skin color here and here, and we want a row of two. We'll take them back blocks out like that. So you'll end up with something that looks like that, and then you can come down to the side, do it again, diagonal here and here, and this bit here would just end up with your 2x2 square. So we want a 2x2 square like so. The next row would be a row of 4, so it sticks out, and this is roughly his nostrils, so you can fill these in with black. If I zoom out, you can slowly see him starting to take shape now. So then what we can do is get white here and here, and these are going to be his teeth. In fact, we could do it again, so we'll bring this back to here, and the same with this one. And then on the back row here, you end up with teeth again, here and here. And then what you want to do is go back diagonal here and here, so you'll end up with your teeth running back like that. You want to do that both sides. So you come round, do one here and one here, and that, as you can see, his mouth is starting to take shape. We'll fill in all the inside with red and that afterwards, but for now what we can do is count one down and then place your skin block, destroying the white block you've originally placed, making sure it's in the same line as these two. Then what you want to do is bring it round this side and around this side, here, like so. You see, it's taking shape, it's looking pretty cool. That's probably in the right sort of place for his mouth. So then what we can do is come to where the teeth here are on the side, do a T pattern like that. And that's just a start for his actual draw. We'll do the exact same again for this side. So where the teeth are, you want a row of 3 on the bottom of them, and then that. From here you can then almost fill this in all the way across. Oop, like that. Oop. There we go, like that. So you should end up with something like that for the base of this model. Then what we can do is behind this, directly behind this even, from here, we'll do a row of black running from one side of his face to the other. And these corners, in fact, we'll change these to grey. So we'll end up with something that looks like that for it. And then what we can do is come to the back and place your skin blocks on the back of the... So it all ties in nicely. As you can see, he's starting to take shape. We're getting the rough shape of him now. What we can then do, I think that's everything we could do, is fill in the mouth here for now. Put reds, I can't even see it myself. Red along here. You won't see most of this will be covered up. Up the top here, this will all be covered up with red. Oh, we're going to have to go on the inside. So that bit there is covered up red, and these bits are red too, but they're a row higher. So as you were looking in the mouth, it will be red. And what we could do is green here and here next to the eyes. So that ties that in all nicely there. Then what we can do is come round to this bit, go out diagonal. You want a 2x2 square here, and then another 2x2 square directly below it. So you end up with a pattern like that. And we'll do the exact same for the other side, and that's just going to act almost like a cheekbone for this model. 2x2 square, and then on that corner another 2x2 square. We'll end up with some more bits of your flesh colour. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a bit more of this shell before we go any further, otherwise I'm going to confuse myself. So from this white you want to come back so it sits on the back of his leg. You want to do a row of 2 there and make sure it runs down the bottom there. And as you can see, it covers up kind of nicely that side. Then for this block here you want to do 2 up here. As you can see, it's going to be like a diagonal going all the way around. So the same again. Bring it out to here, bring it up 2. So that you see it's going out diagonal. This one here is slightly different. You want to go to the front of it and go up 2. Then from there, same again, go do a block of 1, but from the side we're going to make this like an L. So if you're looking from the front, it'd be like that sort of shape. In fact, what we could do is we'll take out that one. And we'll do that 3 times in total, so it'll come up to roughly about there. And then on the last one, it'll be a row of 2. And as you can see, that ties in really nicely with his hair. We'll do the exact same for this side. So what you can do is come down to here. Remember to fill in this block underneath. Do 2 here. Sorry, one of my subscribers is trying to tell me something, but I'll just build this quickly before I see what he's got to say. So right, we'll just do that, and then from there, as long as you follow this, if you get stuck, feel free to pause it, rewind it, and just take as long as you need to build it. So there's no rush, and that's the joys of Minecraft. You can just stop the video and build it as you wish. Right, so that is roughly the shape of his shell we've got here. So right, what we've done there, we get our green out, and then we can put a green on this block here. Directly on top of that, we will then have an L sticking out, so it sticks out to here, and then on the side here, you'll have a block that sticks out like that. Directly behind it, you'll have a row of 2 green, and it'll go up and follow roughly up to about here, which then you'll have another spike sticking out like that. Directly behind that, you'll have another row of green, and then you'll come in diagonal here and have a green, which would then you can fill in, and it should run round nicely here, the same as this side, like that. You can see it ties in really nicely. We'll then add another green there just to complete this build. A bit more of your skin colour here. It's all coming together quite nicely now. The shape of the shell is starting to come out pretty good. Then what we can do is here and down here, like that, and that covers that all nicely there. This block here will be covered, so will that, and so will that. As you can see, that is one side of his shell pretty much done. We're going to continue the same as what we did on that side on the other side to complete his shell, and then we'll get to the exciting bit, the hands. I hate hands, but we will try it. Right, so what we can do is go to this white block here. You want to come up 1, 2, 3 possibly, 4. So that comes up to roughly where you've done the other spike. And then what we can do is bring it in and up so it sits like that. Then this one here would just run up next to the side of it. In fact, what we'll do is from this one, is that right? Yeah, from this one here we'll run it up and like that. And then on the top of this one here, what we can do is do like a little spike coming out there. And then directly behind it we want a number 2 green, and that links up nicely there. Quickly go to bed because I can't see absolutely nothing. Right, where was we? We was at the back here, so as I said, we've almost done this. So we'll place a white here, another white there, and a white just there. White, I'm saying white is green. Now we want the skin colour there. As you can see, that is pretty much his shell complete there. It's looking pretty good if I don't say so myself. Then we'll add green there to complete it. As you can see, he's coming along. He's taking really, it's looking really good if you ask me. It's going to be one of my favourite builds, I think, for this one. So then what we can do is come down to where here we'll put some white here so we can tell the difference between his eyes. There we go. I may change these red blocks to black in a little while, but for now that just gives us a sort of definition to where his eyes are. So then what we can do is directly behind that you want a 2x2 square and then another 2x2 square like that. Similar to what you did with this one, but a row behind it. We'll continue the same this side. So we do a row here like so, and then another one underneath there. As you can see, it's all starting to tie in together really nicely. These bits here we can then come out and put his horns in, because is it Bowser has horns. As you can see, his face is really starting to take shape now, and I think he's really looking good. Hello, hello. As you can see, my subscribers here just sitting there watching us. I'd like him to help, but he probably has no idea what I'm doing right now. He doesn't know he's going to be in a film. So we bring this bit down here, that bit down, this bit. As long as you copy what I'm doing, so you want like an upside down L in here, so it finishes one shorter than the pattern you did before. Right, and we're back, and what we could do is get our black, and we're just gonna do this just to fill in a few dots that you won't really see. So this could be filled in, you won't really see that. Most of it will be covered by the actual shell and these arms. So what we then can do is then come down to here. So once we've done a black here on this side of the green, then what we can do is another black on the bottom, and this bit here would then stick out with grey, and then this bit here would also be black. As long as you follow me, you should be fine here. This bit will be yellow because this will be his actual arm, or the start to his arm, shall I say. As long as you follow me, it shouldn't be too tricky to follow, and then this should come down to roughly about here and join up nicely with the leg. And of course that'll go back and get filled in there nicely. Then from this bit here, what you can then do, do a 3x2 square here, so that joins up nicely. There we go, that'll fill all that bit in there. This bit will then be filled in with green. As you can see, he's starting to take shape. Then you've got this bit for his leg. This bit here will be his actual side of his body, so you can do a 3x3 square with one sticking up at the top here. Then we can have a grey at the front, so that you can have like grey, black, grey. These bits here will then also be filled in with black, because most of this will be hidden away from what you see now. We'll do black here, and it's slowly starting to take shape, as you can see. On this bit here is roughly where we're going to put his arm, so we want to continue the same sort of pattern as what we did here on this side. So roughly from, let's come to the front here, this is going to be where the 3x3 square is going to be. 3x3 square with one sticking out at the top there. As you can see, it's starting to come together pretty good. Then diagonal will be a black here, like so. And then this bit, in fact we'll do a zigzag by the looks of that. So that'll come up to there roughly, and this bit here will be sticking out one. Grey here, I do believe, is that? No. And a grey here, sticking out one. Is that right? Yeah. So directly here would be a row of 2 black, so that would come back to roughly here, and that would do a zigzag as well, so that would sit up to there. You won't really see this, so most of that will be covered in. As I say, we're starting to look from the side, and we should have something along the lines of that for now. In fact, what we can do is change this block here for a grey one. Looks about right, and then we'll bring this one out here so it sits on the yellow there, like so. Grey there, that looks cool. Black there. Right, now we can start actually filling in and putting the yellow to the side of this model. So we've got a yellow block. What we want to do is then come down to here, do a row so it runs all the way to the back there, because you won't really see any more of this. Then this bit here would run also all the way to the back again. Most of it will be covered up. We'll put a block round here somewhere in a second. So then this bit here will be filled in with your yellow, and then you want a row that runs directly behind it all the way to the top. Like so. So that'll sit right there, and then you can just fill in the back bit, because as I say, most of this you will not see. It'd be hidden by other bits of the build. So we'll just do it flat for now, like that. So you'll only see that. And as I say, it changes quite a bit. So what you want to do from here, this will come down one. You want a 3x3 square, so it sits there just like that. And then this bit here you fill in with your green. Come down to the bottom here, and then place a block there and there. You can see he's starting to take shape roughly. Now we've just got to put his hands on this model, which is probably the hardest bit of this build. It's going to take quite a while to build this, but once this model is done, it's a really good looking sort of model. So What we then can do is come down to this 3x3 square here. I'm going to do it from roughly about do it from here. So what you want to do is I'm going to start his hand. I'm going to build it backwards. I'm going to try build it from the front of his hand. So we'll do a wrist band for this model first. So we want 2 here, then come back down diagonal here, do another 2 across here, do 2, and we're just going to do a rough, like, it's a 4x4 square with the corners cut out for this one. So then for his hand, or the front bit of his hand, we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. So it sticks out like that and comes down 1 here and 1 here, up the top here, like so. Then this bit would come out and this would be acting like his finger. We're going to just do this in like a little wavy pattern for now. You'll end up with something that looks very similar to that at the minute, and then what we can then do is start adding the claws here, here. This one's offset here, and then you'll have another one which is also going to be here. Right, we'll quickly go to bed and we'll complete the rest of the hand in the morning. What we'll do is start building it round to the arm. So what we can do, fill this block in here because you won't see that. As we're looking at it, this will be filled up to here and here. There we go, that looks a bit more like a hand. Then from the back here, what you can do is a 2x2 square on the back. And then from here, what you can then do is bring this out 2 and do it twice, so it'll come up to roughly about there. So once you've done that, then I'm going to slowly start building up this arm a little bit. I'm going to do a 2x2 square on the side here. In fact, no, I'm going to do it like an L, so I'm going to bring it out so it looks like that for now. Yeah, something like that, I think. So then as I'm looking from the top here, I'm going to bring this up, and around, and then down, so it sits nicely here, and this bit here is where it's going to join the actual model. So we should end up with something like that. Then another 2 here, and that brings it nicely to the model there. And then once again, you can do a 2 like that. And as you can see, it joins in really nicely. We can take that out so it's got green behind it actually. We'll do the same with this one. Take that out and we'll put, no, we will leave black there for now. And that is roughly his arm all going together there. We'll just come around to the back and check to see if it's all done. What we can then do, add another 2x2 square in here, so that covers up there nicely. As you can see, it all links in, and that is pretty much his arm. It's the exact same. So right, what we want to do, exact same thing as what we did to the other side. So you come down to roughly about here, and you want to start doing your actual hand. So you want obviously your 2 blocks all the way around, missing out the corners. I mean, if the corners were there, it'd be a 4x4 square, if you know what I mean. So if I had a block here, that would make a row of 4 all the way around. So then what we can then do is, for the hands, we'll do a 2x2 square at the top here, bring this down at the back. In fact, what we should do is we'll probably do this bottom row first. So from here, this would run all the way across to the other side. This bit here would drop down. This bit, it drops out like that. That looks pretty much the shape I'm after. So then we'll add the claws to it. There we go. Oh, in fact, this one's offset, so it'll be out to there. So as you look in, that'll be his claw. And then as we can come round to the back, we'll do what we did again. We'll do a 2x2 square on the back here. You can see it's really starting to take shape now. So then from here we can then, from this bit, we'll do it like an L shape. And that will tie in nicely with the next bit of the build. So this will come round, join up nicely. So you'll end up with like a side of the body. to roughly there on this build. In fact, we'll do it one shorter and run it across, because most of it will be hidden away once this build's done. So this row here would come across twice to roughly where the edge of your L-shaped pattern is. So you'll end up with something that looks like that for now. As you can see, that's all tied in nicely with the body there. Then what we can do is come up to the top, and then this bit here, you want to do like an L pattern like that and something like that, taking out that black block. And there we go. There is your one Koopa. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. It wasn't too hard to follow. Please leave a like, subscribe, tell your friends. Take care, goodbye.